If you're watching this video, you're already ahead of most e-commerce brands, so fair play to you for that, because the ones that win Black Friday 2025, they're not winging it in November, they're planning it right now. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the same Black Friday planning process we use with 7 and 8 figure brands. Lucky you. We'll be covering forecasting, creative offer structure, timelines and retention, so big one, and I'll also share some of the biggest mistakes. So this is going to be profit focused, not just revenue focused, but yeah, look, let's get into it anyway. A couple of years ago, one of our clients had a huge Black Friday, right? So I think it was like 500,000 in sales in just a few days, right? So they celebrated and we thought it was great. But when we reviewed it in January, margins were gone, right? So they'd run a site-wide 35% discount without tracking contribution margin or CAC targets. And they had scaled too fast without protecting the profit, right? So that's a mistake. Chasing top line revenue without doing the financial prep. And that's something that, you know, we learned at the time. I think that was 2021, maybe that happened. And since then, we've put in the financial infrastructure to be able to avoid that in the future. Now, look, of course, you know, we didn't even have transparency into the figures at that stage. It wasn't something we requested. We very simply were just getting creative and running ads. But now we get much more involved on the offer and the product cog side of things to make sure that everything is profitable and everything is scaling. But yeah, crazy to think that like 500,000 in sales and, you know, money just wasn't really being made. So before you even think about creative or campaigns, right, ask yourself, what's the Black Friday revenue goal? How many customers do you need to hit that? And what's your target cost to acquisition and your break even point? And what's also your MER, like benchmark floor? So when you plan for profit instead of just traffic, the whole strategy changes. Number 2, right, plan your timeline. Most brands treat Black Friday like a 4-day sprint, right? Or like a crazy 4-week sprint in November, right? Top brands treat it like a 12-week campaign, and there's a timeline we run with our clients, right? So September and summer, lead gen and list building. October, audience warming, offer testing, creative testing. Early November, you know, get that VIP early access vibe going, exclusive bundles. Black Friday week, you know, the main campaign. And then December, right? So, you know, retargeting, self-purchase messaging, gift push. And then you can even go into like January for the win back flows, loyalty offers and all that other fun stuff. So there's so many windows within this Q4 period to generate revenue. It's just understanding, you know, the messaging and the kind of messaging, I suppose, that needs to be allocated to each individual window. So if you think BFCM ends on Cyber Monday, you're leaving a lot of money on the table, right? Because especially December, you know, it's a second revenue wave, especially for the self-gifting and late holiday shoppers. You know, people might get in on the BFCM deal for themselves, but then, you know, December comes, they're on the list and they're like, oh, you know, I'm going to get this for my mom or my dad or whoever, from a gifting perspective. So much potential because so many new customers come in there. And then just to circle back on why I was talking about why you'd extend your planning from summer to September, you know, CPMs, you know, things get really expensive once October comes around, so you want to really prepare for that in advance. Craft an offer that protects your brand, right? So if your entire BFCM strategy is 30% off everything, you're not competing, right? You're just cutting. Top brands don't really even use discounts, right? They design the offer. Examples of brands doing this: Glossier, they created limited edition gift sets last year, only available during BFCM, no discounts on any of their core SKUs. Gymshark, you know, they do tiered offers and VIP early access to reward loyalty, boost AOV. And yeah, there's a lot of other examples. Represent, for example, I'm not sure what they're going to do this year. Obviously, it's really about the offer for them. It's really about the products being launched during that time period. And then yeah, naturally, any things that you want to clear stock on, that's usually discounted. Yeah, so really, you know, try to think beyond X percentage off. You know, can you bundle high margin SKUs? Can you drop a limited edition product? Can you gatekeep any early access to build hype and grow the SMS? You know, make it feel special if you can, and not desperate. Now obviously it depends on the brand, but yeah, try to make it feel special. Lock your creative in by October, right? So the biggest creative mistake, brands wait too long, man. They scramble, and you need to prep creatives for every stage of the funnel. And by the end of October, you should have all your UGC, your showing, unboxing, gifting, and your excitement, any founder-led content, talking head stuff, and then any kind of retargeting any statics in general, really, but any with clear CPAs, and build out all your copy and start testing it now. You know, if something's working in early October, you can double down on that in November. But if you wait until the sale to figure that out, it's already too late and you're not really planning for success. You're kind of just throwing at the wall hoping it sticks. Retention, man, right? So most brands spend big, right, to win customers either before Black Friday or even during Black Friday, right? And then they never speak to them again in the same language. And that's a huge mistake, right? Black Friday is a huge opportunity to extend your revenue and your LTV per customer. Here's a couple of ways to capitalize on that, right? So bounce back offer in the box, so 20% off before, December 15th. December gifting flows, buy for yourself, now buy for them. Segmentation by product or first time buyer, tailor your follow-ups, VIP treatment in January, early access, loyalty perks, bundles, post-purchase surveys, find out why they bought and sell them deeper. So think of every BFCM buyer as a seed, right? So that seed will then become even larger as time goes on and it grows. And the real return happens in December and Q1 if you have planned for it and you know how to get them over the line again. Here's a little bit of a bonus, some quick revenue boosters that you can steal, right? So if you need ideas that move fast, number 1, right, gated early access, SMS only sale preview. Number 2, mystery gift with purchase, that's always a good one. Number 3, of course, your free shipping over a certain thresholds, that's going to increase your AOV. Number 4, limited restocks, hype returning bestsellers, everybody loves that. And then 5, urgency countdown, so make sure you have all your countdowns, don't miss your moment on your landing pages and on your individual product pages. So that's how 7-figure brands plan for Black Friday. It's not about shouting the loudest or discounting the deepest. It's about planning better and executing smarter. So if you want to help build your BSCM game plan, forecasting, CAC planning, creative strategy, retention flows, book a call with myself. We've scaled dozens of brands over the years, hundreds actually, and we've done the Black Friday thing. I think this is my 7th Black Friday. So yeah, let me know if you want to get in touch. My calendar is below. And yeah, thanks so much for watching the video. Please do subscribe, like and comment below. Catch you in the next one.